The Hyundai Great India Drive, now in its 8th edition, is a remarkable journey that celebrates India's diverse landscapes and rich cultural heritage. The Great India Drive truly highlights Hyundai's commitment to driving the spirit of exploration. In this segment, join me, Garima Avtar, as we head into the heart of Assam, where we uncover a story that's been brewing for centuries. We are in Assam at the breathtaking Bokahola Tea Estate, and this is where history, innovation and the aroma of India's favourite tea come alive. We are on our way to meet Mr. Prabhat Kamal Bezboruah. He's the owner and MD of this magnificent tea estate, and he's going to tell us all about the Assam tea. And here is a fun fact. It is 7 a.m. by my watch, but here in the tea garden it is already 8 a.m. Yes, you heard it right. In Assam, tea gardens follow a separate time zone known as Chaibagan time or Bagan time, 1 hour ahead of Indian Standard Time. Assam is located in India's far eastern region, where the sun rises much earlier than in the western parts of the country. As a result, sunrise in Assam can be as early as 4:30 a.m. in the summer. And to adjust for this, tea gardens operate on Bagan time, which allows workers to start their day early with natural daylight and finish work before sunset. This iconic Bokahola Tea Estate spans 380 hectares of dedicated tea plantation. The tea garden alone produces around 55 lakh kilograms of premium Assam tea annually. As for Mr. Bezboruah, he's a key figure in Indian tea, and he's a former chairperson of the Tea Board of India and a strong advocate for sustainability and modernizing the tea industry. Hello, how are you? Hello,
I'm
Mr.
well.
Bezboruah.
I'm good.
Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to shoot at this beautiful, magnificent tea estate of yours.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for coming and visiting us in Assam.
Thank you for taking time to talk to us.
It's nothing.
So they say Assam tea is India's favorite. So what gives it the bold and malty flavor which stands out from the Darjeeling tea and Nilgiri teas?
Two things. Assam tea is grown almost at sea level.
Okay.
The valley is quite low. It's just 50 to 100 meters above sea level. That's one factor. And the other is the jat of the teas that we use. We have broadleaf Assam varieties, which is a subspecies of Camellia sinensis. And the inherent taste of that is malty and gutty. Would you like to take a round of the garden?
Oh, that would be
of
great.
the estate?
Would love it.
All right.
So, Mr. Bezboruah, tea wasn't originally from India. How did Assam become the heart of India's tea stone?
Well, the British used to import tea from China, and they used to export opium in return. It was a British enterprise, but the carriers were Indians.
Oh.
But the Chinese emperor started getting very annoyed about this because it was making his people addicts. So there were the opium wars, which the British kind of won, and they got places like Hong Kong and Shanghai, the new territories, as their war booty. But they weren't able to invade the rest of China, and their supply lines were interrupted. So they started looking for other places to grow tea. And there was a tribal chief who assisted Bruce brothers, mainly Charles Bruce, to locate tea plants in the northeast, and they were successful in doing so.
Very, very fascinating. So, what's one fact about the tea that not many people know about?
Well, I think people don't know that tea is full of antioxidants, even black tea. People think that healthy notion is reserved for green tea. But actually, black tea has almost all the benefits that green tea has. See, green tea has polyphenols.
Sure.
When these are oxidized, they turn into a compound called theaflavin and another called thearubicin. So when they get oxidized, there are a lot of people think that they actually become more beneficial for human beings. So black tea is very good for your health, and I don't think many people know it.
That's a very interesting one. So maybe I can switch to black tea as well sometime.
You can.
Can we go to the factory and will you show me around?
Sure. I'll show you around. This is where the leaf plucked from the field comes first. It's unloaded here and air is blown through it from the bottom. Come, I'll show you the mesh. It's like this.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so it's filled till that green line with green leaf.
Oh, amazing.
Air is blown from the bottom.
Yeah.
So it's a gentle drying.
Yeah.
So 100 kilos of leaf loaded here will be brought down to about 68 kilos and then taken to the CTC area.
Amazing.
These are our machines. They're cleaning up. They've already finished the painting.
Right.
They're cleaning the place up for next year's manufacture. You have heard of CTC?
Yes.
Crush,
tear,
curl.
Okay.
So these are the CTC machines, all of them. We have 11 machines in this factory.
Wow.
So here the crushed tea mal, the dhool we call it, the crushed mal that comes out of the CTCs is loaded on these machines and kept here for about an hour to hour and a half.
Okay.
The leaf is oxidized.
Right.
From green tea, from that ECGC, it becomes black tea. Here.
Chai ka Assamese mein kya bolte hain? Sa. And good tea?
Bhalsa.
Okay. We all know Assam for its legendary tea. But what happens behind the scenes to make sure every cup is perfect? That's what we're about to explore. It all begins here at the Tocklai Tea Research Association in Jorhat. Scientists here help tea gardens grow healthier, better tea. One such key division is the Analytical Services Department. The NABL accredited department ensures every cup is safe by testing pesticide residues and heavy metals with cutting-edge precision.
So this is heavy metal analysis: arsenic, cadmium, chromium, zinc, copper, nickel, tin. These are the heavy metals, and these are in FSSAI regulation. So along with pesticide residues, we have to test each sample for heavy metals also.
So the next time you sip Assam's finest, know this: there's over a century of science and care in every drop. Jorhat Gymkhana isn't just a club, it's a legacy. Established in 1876, this historic club has been the beating heart of Assam's tea culture for nearly 150 years. After a long day, managing sprawling tea estates, planters and officers would gather here, sharing stories over rounds of billiards, drinks and camaraderie.
This is a Jorhat Gymkhana Club.
Right.
It's actually a planters club, a tea planters club.
Oh.
So tea planters, wherever they establish tea gardens, so they prefer to have clubs where they had sporting facilities and they had recreational for the evening. So this is one of those clubs.
That's fabulous. It looks really amazing. I love the golf course here. I mean, it's an 18
Yeah, it's an 18-hole golf course. It started off as a 9-hole golf course way back in 1876. Then in 1985, we converted into 18 holes. This is a Gymkhana, like the only Gymkhana in the east of India. Like.
Oh, wow, wow. And it looks really amazing. So please tell us, how did the Jorhat, the tea planters, spend their evenings here?
Yeah, like I said, this is a very old club. The club had its own cultural evenings.
Sure, sure.
And there was a very big event, which was also the club meet, was the Jorhat races.
Oh, wow.
It's been happening since 1864.
So what's the significance of this club for the tea planters community in Assam?
The tea companies, they used to have their AGMs here, the annual general meeting.
Oh.
And tea tasting sessions. So different broker firms, they come and hold
The tea
tasting sessions here, where all the assistant managers and managers come and try out different teas of different companies.
Do you have any interesting stories or anecdotes about the long history of the club?
The first ever aircraft ever to land on northeast soil was on this field, like in 1928.
Wow.
And in 1962, the Duke of Edinburgh, the Queen's husband, Prince Philip, he came down to the club and he visited the club. This is the double-storied building of the club.
Yeah.
This was built in 1885.
Oh, wow.
It was the first double-storied building on iron joist in Upper Assam.
From the tea gardens to the Gymkhana Club, Assam's tea legacy is woven in every corner of this land. So I've taken you through the fascinating history. But you know what? Talking about tea isn't enough. Now it's time for me to get my hands dirty and see how it's actually done. While I may not have a great future as a tea worker, but at least I can explore these estates in style. And for that, I have my travel companion, Hyundai, to thank for.